This is called floating. So complex. Float can also be a scientific number with an e to indicate the power of 10. So e means power of 10. So
Okay.
e means you can see the type, these are all float. So we will learn about this one later, but just simply to know, understand that when you see any value, if you stored with e, which means that's a float. Complex numbers are written with a j as the imaginary part. So 3 plus 5j, 5j minus 5j. So if you see the um, letter j, which means what type of data it is, complex.
Is that just with J, or could
Yeah,
it be with other letters?
no, only just with j.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm going to see, do you guys know this one, right? Convert from one type to another. X is equal to 1, y equal to 2.8, z equal to 1j. So this is complex, this is float, this is int. Convert from int to float. How do you convert? You can, I think you already know, you use, so let's see, um, okay, so let's see how we gonna convert. Now I'm going to do one thing is, so okay, so I'm going to type here, make sure if I go here, oh sorry, if I go here, how can we convert one type to different type? So this is a comment, convert from one type to, yesterday we did a lot of exercise. X is equal to 1, and then y is equal to 2.8, z equal to 1j. So now you know these all what data type it is. One is a integer like int, this one is a float, this one is a complex.
Complex.
So
Yeah.
int, float, because if you master the basics, why do we need to master the basics, the fundamentals?
So that we could build off of them.
Yeah, fundamentals are very important, like a gospel. We need fundamentals like faith and all things. Same thing with the programming too, you need to know masters, you need to know the basics like fundamentals. Let's say if you don't know numbers like how to count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, if you don't know this how to count numbers, suddenly someone comes to you, hey Mason, hey Landon, could you solve this multiplication table? Do you think it's going to be easy to solve multiplication table problems
No.
if you don't know the numbers? Yeah, same way. So this is we did. Now we are going to convert. So convert from int to float. How do we convert? So there are two ways to convert. So now I need to have one more new variable, a equal to, now I'm going to use a float, because I wanted to convert into float, float, float. Now you have to pass the what you want to convert, x. So you can do like this, makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing if you want to convert from float to int, uh, convert from float to int. So how do we convert? B equal to int of y. So you are converting, because y is a float. Now convert from float to int. Just what you have to do, store into different variable, then use a type, what type of data you wanted to convert, int, then pass the variable like what data type you wanted to convert. So next, convert from int to complex. So how do you convert C? So I'm taking one more variable C. Now you have to use COMPLEX, complex. Convert from int. What is our int value? Int variable x. Now if I print all, print of A, print of B, print of C. So if I convert, so okay, so do you see the so first one, so we convert from int to float, because one is a int, we converted float, that's the what we have a decimal 1.0. Is this make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
So next one, convert from float to int. Float from float to int. So b equal to float. We are converting this float value, this float to int data type. So now int of, you have to pass the variable what you stored. Y is a floating float. So you converting from float to int. So then you don't get a decimal. Did you notice here? This is 2.8. You only got 2. 2 is a int. 2.8 is a float. Make sense? So now if you see, convert from int to complex. So you have to use a type complex of x1. Sorry, x. So x is 1 plus, by default it will add 0 plus j. It will add 0 plus j. So you have remember like this. Complex means a plus b j. So we have what is our, so b means, what is the b?
Complex.
Yeah, complex. So in this format, okay, so if I where are we? So if I go here, see, 1 is a, 1 means a. So what x value, initially this one will be a, x will be a when you convert into complex, plus 0 times j, how much?
0.
0. So 1 plus 0, how much?
1.
1. So that's what we do here, because we converted from int to complex into value 1 plus, because we have to do something here, so that I put 0 times g. So because this is the format, right? It's in the format of a plus bj. So that's what I added. You cannot do like this 1 plus 1j. What will happen? This one going to be 1 plus 1j, means j. This is wrong, because we don't have a j. By imaginary part means you imagine, like, so that's what a plus bj means here in this case, because we have value 1 plus, so we don't have this one. Now I take b as a 0 times j. So 0 times j means 0. 0 plus 1 means 1. Make sense? Okay,
Yeah.
great. If you ever feel like I'm going super fast, please let me know. Okay?
Alright.
All right.
Yeah. So random number. What is random number means? So what is random means? You can tell me whatever.
Just like out of anything possible.
Yeah, out of
Yeah.
anything possible. So Python does not have a random function to make a random number, but Python has a built-in module called random. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so what is a random? So there is a difference. There are some keywords. So you don't know function means, right? What does the function do? I'm going to teach you what does function do, but it will take here up to here. Do you see here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so function means action. Function means what?
Action.
Action is like a verb. Okay, function means verb. So function always has two things. One is properties. Okay, sorry. Function means action. That's the only thing you have to remember right now. Function means action. Okay, function means action. Okay, we don't have a random function to do any action, but we have a built-in module. What is built-in means? I told you yesterday, if you guys remember. I'm not sure if I told you yesterday. Okay.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think because you people, when I say something, you're catching super fast, which means I know I didn't say this one. Now I know I didn't say. Built-in means it comes with the program. Built-in means it comes with the program. So it built-in module called random, and which means the random module comes from the Python program. We didn't create like a variable x is equal to this, y is equal to this, something. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this module, Python has a module, built-in module. That's random is a built-in module, comes from the program that can use it to make random numbers. So see, if you want to make a random number, import the random module and display random number between 1 and 9. You have to start from 1. Always it ends with 1 before. So now I'm going here. So let's say, see, every time it will generate random number. Okay,
Okay.
every time it will generate a random number. So it generates from 1 to 9. So it's like a range. Range is a function. Range is a function because we always end up 1 before. What is the possible outcomes from this range?
1 through 9.
1 to
Oh wait, no, 1 through 20.
mm-mm,
1 through 19.
19. Yeah, we always end 1 before in this case. So you have to use, how do we print? You have to import first random dot rand range function. Okay, so if I go here, let's go here. If I go here, so I'm going to open new tab. Sometimes, most importantly, you have to import. If you do not import random, okay, so see, I can do two ways. Okay, random. If I print of, how do we say? First you have to use the module. What is our module name? Random dot. Now you have to use the function. The function name rand range. What is the function?
Rand range.
Rand range. So now open closed bracket. Function has always open closed bracket. Function, see, print also, print means function because it has a open and closed. So same thing here, we opened closed. What will be the value? 1 comma 10. So now if I run here, so I got 2. So if someone will ask you to print a numbers randomly from 1 to 50, 1 to 49, what will you put here?
1 comma 50.
Oh, every time y, oh, 9 6. Okay, so there is a small thing, maybe I will try here. Okay, so you can say, instead of, you can also say, instead of random, if you feel like it's a big word, now you can write as, then you can write whatever the word you want to, which means you are using, instead of random, you wanted to use just something shortcut. Now you have to use this one, like RA. Make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't make sense, so instead of using random, you can write as, then let's say, if I give like this one, okay, Landon. So if I run here, you can also use Landon or anything, because you are saying import, first you have to import random as, now you are converting random, like you are storing random as Landon, which means whenever you use Landon, it will generate this value. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I use Mason, which will be Mason, but because I have a random is, oh, I have a big word, I can use RA, then I skip here instead of using random, then I can use RA. Okay, makes sense now. So this is a random function now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will go through each one to implement next. Okay, so let's go back to, okay, next is casting. So casting means, you guys know we talked about casting. There may be times when you want to specify a type onto a variable. This can be done with casting. Python is an object oriented language. We already discussed what is object oriented means. Object oriented means we use it for a real world applications, which means if you want to create something, we use object oriented. So object oriented starts here, we are close. Okay, so object oriented starts here. Okay, Python is an object oriented language, and such it uses classes to define data types, including its primitive data types. What are primitive data types? If someone asks you what are primitive data types, I discussed yesterday, if you guys remember, there are 4 primitive data types, primitive types. Do you guys remember what are those 4?
Yeah.
What are those?
Float, integer, boolean, and string.
Yep, that's all. So casting in Python is therefore done using constructor functions. So constructor is a special method. First of all, constructor is also a special method. Okay, you don't need to remember what is a method and constructor, but say constructor is a special type of method. Okay, constructor is a special type of method for now. So int constructs an integer number from an integer literal, a float literal, by removing all decimals. If you remove all decimals, then it will be int, or a string literal providing the string represent a whole number. Float, construct a float number from an integer literal, float literal or a string literal providing the string represent the float or an integer in string constructor. So this is 1, x will be 1, which means x will be 1. So now you are converting 1 to, actually, so if I go here, if I run, see here, what is this 3 means here? What data type it is?
An integer.
Integer. Before, this 3 was not a integer. Before, this 3 was a string. So this is a float, we converted into int. We converted into 1 int, again we converted into int. So makes sense, right, this one?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah.
you can convert, we did so many examples. This one, this is a string, this is also a string, we converted both into float. So this is s1 will be, so string you are converting into string. So if I go here, these are all not numbers or any, see these 3.0 is not a number here. If someone asks you in this code what is 3.0,
Float.
so if you come here, what is 3.0 in the output?
String.
Because you converted float into string, so you converted, this is a float, then you converted from float to string. This, what is
Yeah.
this 2?
Also string, right?
Yes, this one also string, right? So
Mm-hmm.
string means letters like plain text, something x, y, Winnie, Landon, Mason, these are all strings. So 3.0 also kind of a string. In this case, not kind of a string, it is a string. Okay, so next, strings. Strings in Python are surrounded by either single quotation marks or double quotation marks. We already know this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can display a string literal with the print function. So I just said print is a function too, right? Function,
Yeah.
what does function do?
Functions like
I just
that
mentioned,
like make something.
Yeah,
right?
make something means they do some action. Oh yeah, that's the correct way to say make something means they do it in action. So the best example is make something. You're telling function do this, do that. Now you're saying print hello, which means these two both are acceptable. This is are also, so there are some rules. Make sure if you go here, so these are also strings, okay? So did I tell you
Yeah.
how do we access this one? Accessing a string variable is done with the variable name followed by an equal sign with the string. So if a equal to hello, print a, what will we get? Hello. Multi-line string. So you can see multi-line string means you use single or triple quotes. Then you, so okay, multi-line string is very simple. Nothing is there. So you just next, what computer are you guys using, Mac or Windows?
Windows.
Mac.
Okay, so I'm using Mac, you are using, one is using Windows. So if, let's say now we are going to talk about Windows. Next to the enter button, do you see the enter button in your keyboard?
Yeah.
Next to the enter button there are double quotes or single quotes, right?
Yeah.
Same way in Mac we use a key on keyboard, the button called return.
Yeah.
Next to the return, so you type 3 times, 1 2 2 3. So okay, so here it's not working. Okay, so now see 1 2 3 1 2 3. Inside this you can write anything. Inside this you can write anything. So that's called, what is that's called? Multi-line string.
String.
Multi-line strings. Multi-line strings means you can add more things like hi there. Okay, so if you don't store it in a variable, this is also called a comment. This is also called a comment. If you store it in a, if you store somewhere, let's say hi there, this is our Python course, please welcome and join you and your friends and your family. Okay, if I run this one, what's gonna happen? So it's printed. Okay, it's printed. Okay, when you use a text editor, I will show you, it will print this is hi, this is this. So what's gonna happen if I come here, if I store here something called, then when I come here, if I print 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 a, if I print a, now you can get the actual value. Okay, make sense? Make sure that if you don't save it, it's gonna be a comment. If you don't save it, it's gonna be a comment, but if you save it, it's a multiple string, multi-line string. So I'm going here. Okay, so okay, let's say I'm going to create a folder for you guys, Python, rename it. Python 3, let's say Python 3. I create a folder. So now I'm not going to explain about Visual Studio Code, but I'm going to show you some things. Okay, so maybe I'm going to send you a video, follow the instructions and how to download the Visual Studio Code. I will show you in a simple way. So let's say if I come here, just click on, so this is for this. So if you see this one, left side one is for the file, this one is the for the folder. Okay, left side for left side means creating for files, right side one means creating folder. So I'm going to use Mason. Mason is a file name. For Python, what extension do we use? Do you guys remember?
String.
Yeah, close. So we would use .py. We would use .py. This is called extension, Python extension. So I created it. Let's say, what is this called in Python?
Comment.
Comment means,
Something
A little
that
note
only
for
we
you.
see.
okay,
Yeah.
oh, little note, something that programming like the, so it's for you humans to understand. Let's go. So now what you have to do, go here on the terminal, come here. If you are using Python Python, you have to type the Python first, then space, then give the file name. What is a file name? mason dot py. Okay, so this is for Windows. This is for Windows. If you use Windows, you just type. If I click here, what did I get?
Command not found.
Yeah, so now I'm going back. I use Python 3 mason dot py. Then I enter. So I didn't get anything because I had before it says command not found. Okay, so because I didn't write any code, let's say I'm writing print hello world. Okay, print hello world. So if I use this comment mason python mason.py, this is only works for Windows. If you are using Windows computer, this works, but Python 3 works for Mac. Makes sense? If you are using a Mac, you have to type Python 3 space file.py, whatever your file name. So this is I just wanted to show you this one. This is called a Visual Studio Code. This is called a text editor. So if you come here, so if you click 1 2 3, enter 3 times, this is called a multi-line comment. Multi-line comment means you can enter anything here. So this is a comment. This is you can write. See, I'm writing something random stuff. Okay, did you notice? So see, I'm writing different random stuff. So if I execute this one, this is not going to work out. What will happen if you save it here? If you save in a variable, okay, now it's gonna be actual string. If you save it in a variable, it's gonna be actual string. So if I come here, let's say print of a, if I go see, you got this one. Did you notice now?
Yeah.
If you don't save it in a variable, it's gonna be multi-line comment. If you store it in a variable, it's called a like string. You can have many statements, many lines, whatever you want. So make sense, right? Okay, I'm going.
Yep.
So see, now I'm going to show you when you use this text editor, Visual Studio Code. If you are using Mac, okay, on MacBook, if you see shift, do you guys see the MacBook on Windows and Mac? There is a shift button. So next to the shift there is a question mark. Did you see the question mark?
Yeah.
Then if you are using Mac, press command and question mark, it will comment everything together. Select all, then use command and the command means this sign. So oh yeah, so this same command like this sign and the question mark, both you have to press. If you are using Windows, you have to use okay, so I'm going to show you. That's for selecting comment. So MacBook. Okay, so keyboard. Okay, so I don't know, maybe we will go here. Okay, so if you see next to the shift, see this one and this one, first command and this question mark like this slash. If you press both of them at the same time, which means you can multi comment, select all. But if you want to uncomment, select all, do the same thing, command plus question mark. So you what did you say? You uncommented. So I'm going to delete everything. That's same thing for the Windows. You use here control and this one control this one. Make sense, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So now okay, so this is a, because this one is now a string, because we stored it in a variable. If you don't store it in a variable, it's called a multi-line comment. Okay, you can use either double quotes or single quotes. That's called multi-line comment. Okay, now there are some things. I think did I teach you how to access anything like using index 1 yesterday? Strings are arrays. Strings are arrays. Like many other popular programming languages, strings in Python are all arrays of bytes representing Unicode characters. Like, however, Python does not have a character data type. A single character is simply string with length of 1. So if it's a 1 character, it's length 1. If it's 2 characters, length 2. Square brackets can be used to access elements of the string. So remember this one. Get the character at position. Remember that the first character has the position 0. The first character has the position 0. So let's go here. I'm going to open a new cell. Like this is called cell. Here I'm writing one thing. Let's say Winnie equal to, I'm writing a string called Landon space Landon and space Mason. Now if I come here, print of Winnie. Okay, so if I access 0, what you will get?
Nothing.
So you will get something. I will teach you.
Oh, you'll get the L. You'll
L.
get the L.
Oh, nice. So strings are arrays. You access 0 based. So 0 is L, A is, so 0, A, N, D, O, N. It will also count space too. Okay, remember the space it counts, and also space it's count. But what if I remove everything? Just if I only print a Winnie, what will it come? What will be the output?
Everything.
And
Everything.
And Mason.
Yeah, but if I want to
Hey.
something, so let's say if I array of, now I wanted to have, maybe I don't know what I will get. Anyone can guess. You have to count space too. Space also a 1
N.
takes length 1.
Will it be the A?
Will be the way, maybe I'm not sure, because let's see. D.
Oh, it's the D.
Let's see.
Oh.
L is a 0. It starts from 0. 0,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what I did.
Okay. What will be the output?
Space.
The space.
If someone someone will say, oh, nothing. If someone say, what is the output? No, nothing. No, because if they don't know programming, then they will say, oh, nothing, there is no output. Then you guys would say, oh no, there is something called space.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the space. If I put like here, that's a space. We have something. What if I access 12? What is the
It'll be,
output in?
A.
A.
Good,
Hey,
I'm good. So
we're cooking.
yeah, now, so functions are very important, but hopefully okay, so I'm going to but don't focus too much here. Like, go through every day a few things whatever I discussed, but mostly focused on the things we do for the project. So this one, so you understand this one, how to access a string, right? We use, remember that the first character has the position 0. We always says this one, strings are list, like this one, tuples, it's dictionaries, everything is index based. Like, means index based means we access the first character position 0. Okay, index based,
Okay.
we access the the first position 0. So next, looping through a string. Okay, looping through string. Loop means it runs over time until we are done with everything. Okay, strings are arrays. We can loop through the character in a string with for loop. So for loop means there are two kinds of loops. For now, there are three kinds of loops. Remember, for now, for loop means simply means if you know how many times we need to execute the program, then you have to use for loop. If you don't know how many times we need to execute the program, use while loop. While loop simply means for means you know how many times you need to do. Okay, so let's say this one I'm not going to explain because we are not going to say. I'm going to end here, then we are going to jump into the other, like the actual things. So because if you really focused on things like this, then we will study well. So loop through the letters in the word banana. Let's say so looping means, let's say, for okay, for x. Okay, so here what was the word? Banana.
Banana.
So my favorite fruit is banana and mango. B A N A, banana. So okay guys, so for x banana. So for x banana means, let's say here we have to remember that the keyword in, what the what keyword you have to remember here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah. Is it integer? It's not integer, is
No,
it?
no, no. In is a keyword. So keyword means any keyword comes with the program. You can never use this keyword like a in as a variable. Like I cannot if I write in is equal to x. No, you cannot do. This one is a reserved keyword. This one, what is this means? Reserved.
Reserved.
Reserved means, okay, I'm going to show you reserved. So reserved keywords. Okay, reserved keywords means you cannot use any reserved keywords, which means those comes with what are 35 keywords in Python, like true, false. These are all reserved keywords. You cannot use them as a variables. You cannot define,
Okay.
let's say, true equal to Winnie. No, those are reserved keywords. Reserved keywords will never work on it. Like you cannot use the reserved keyword. But anyways, so for x in here, okay, for x in, so okay, let me pull out my oh, where is my iPad? Okay, here is my so hopefully I will find out the, yeah. So I'm going to, this is very important task. So okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully it will work out. So okay, so for x, can you see this one?
Yeah.
For x in, like
Yeah.
banana, this is much faster. So every time make sure that the syntax, when you have loops or functions, you have to end with colon. Did you see this one, colon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so oh my goodness, colon. So here is the colon. So okay, so which means you're, so if you print x, print x, you will get all letters banana. Okay, so you will get all the letters whatever we have. Okay, by B A N A N A. So which means,
Oh.
okay, what we did here, x in banana means you're assigning, let's say first x will be B, then x is equal to A, then x is equal to N, x is equal to A, and x is equal to N, and x is equal to A.
So
Okay,
it's almost like they all have their separate containers.
yeah. So instead of storing every time x is equal to B, y is equal to A, instead of doing every letter into different containers, you can store everything into one variable, using for loop.
It's cool.
It prints, like you have to use for x in banana means you're storing everything into in means x in means, which means x will be first B, then A, then N, then A, then N, then A, then print x. Print function means it will, by default it will print next line. First it will print B, then it will go to the next line A, then it will go to the next line N, then A, then N, then A. Makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you Landon.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys don't understand, because I'm going to teach this function like the for loops when we do the, so our, this is for understanding. You guys need to understand what you, if you understand better when you do the projects, are because I teach every time implementation through some things. Okay, to get the length of a string, use length function. We already discussed yesterday. Length function starts from where?
Zero.
Index starts from 0. Let's say a equal to hi my wonderful students. Okay, see, make sure that you have to remember it will also count space. If I use print of length function, you can use a print of length function. So excuse me, so if you use length function len, then you have to open a. So what will be the length always starts from 1. Okay, length always starts from 1, which means how many characters, it includes spaces too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything. Let's say students, what will be the output?
8.
8.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys understood.
Hey.
That's great. So check string. Okay, so check string. To check if a certain phrase or character is present in a string, we can use the keyword in. So you're saying simply, okay, what is our variable here in this context?
Text.
Yeah, text is our variable. Now you are saying the best things in life are free. So you're using double quotes free because it's a string. You're asking tree in text. Is a tree in text means free in text, which means if there the free word is existed in the text.
Yeah.
If it's existed, it says true. If I say fine, so guess what will be the output?
Fine.
So
True.
make sure
False.
if the word existed in the container of the variable, if the fine existed in this variable, it prints true. What will happen if there is no word in the container?
False.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Nothing.
No, false.
Oh.
Yeah, very simple. True, false, true, false. If there is existed, then you just simply say, that's called check string. That's called as check string. Okay, so okay, we have only few things. Okay, use it an if statement. Use it in if statement. You can also say text is equal to the best things in life are free if free in text, if free in text. So if free in text, what will happen if I say uh,
True.
so it's
Yeah, it'll be true. Yeah. Wait.
so
Mhm.
so I didn't give free, it's a free in 9.
Oh.
Okay, if it's there, it existed, it will say, it will print. If there is no existation, so now for yes you have to use in. So if there is if you say check if expensive is not present in the following text, for not you have to use keyword not. If I use true, you're simply means you're saying do you, so I came to you guys, hey Landon, expensive is not in the container of the what you stored, like the string. So did I say true or false?
True.
True, because it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there, so that's called not. Check if not. So text is equal, the best things in life are free if expensive not in text, no expensive is not present, so it will print. So we will discuss about this all later, but now I'm going to talk about some things for today. So this is what, see, even though we go through each one, whatever we discussed today, you have to go through the website and review and read and come back, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, make sure that, okay, so I'm going to send the new link before we are going to end.
All right.
So okie dokie, this is the new link for once we done end with that, then we will use the new link. So did I go, did it go
Yeah.
through? Okay, so okay, now
All right.
okay, so let's join to the, okay, once we end then we'll join to the next new one. Now we are going to do a small project using the all the things what we have, what we learned, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's called do you guys know what, so now we are going to do tip calculator. What we are going to
Yeah.
do is a tip calculator. So where do you give tip?
What?
So
What was the question?
like where do we give tip to people?
The comment.
Like in life, like in general, where we give people to tip?
Oh, in the jar?
In the jar, like which place where if you go somewhere, mostly.
Oh, restaurant.
Yeah, so we are going to do the restaurant tip calculator.
All right, bet.
Oh, we have
All right.
do you guys think we can join the new link or?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good. Yeah,
I think we're good.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
let's,
All right.
yeah,
See you in a minute.
see you in a minute. um, okay, now so we are going to do the tip calculator. So okay, before that, so come here, okay, install Visual Studio Code. If you type here, come to the install Visual Studio Code, then choose your version of computer. So if you're Windows, click here. If it's Mac, click here. then click
We
here.
can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
It's
good.
okay.
So how do you just type visualstudiocode.com, then it will come this one, then go through the instructions. Okay, if it's Windows, you guys know, right? Once you click here, then you will go through the instruction. It will say next, then install the Visual Studio Code. I will also send you a video. How to, oh, maybe I am in the wrong place. Okay, so I will send you the video. The video will show you how to do it. Okay, so for now I'm going to do our project here. So I'm going to create a let's say project name. We can give calculator. Maybe we should use tip calculator. You can also use in a untitled version, so we can also use it here too, but it's good way to practice in both ways. For practicing, you use this one. So
Sure.
index is the file name, our extension is the .py. Okay, our extension is the .py. So if I go here, download this file into .py version. So now I'm going here in the Windows, in the canvas, then go to the course, files. I'm going to upload the file. You can have an access of okay, downloads. You can have an access of this one. Okay, so it's uploaded. So you can see now in the course. Let me double check. Okay, it's
Yeah, I see it.
yeah.
I see.
Now I'm going here. You guys also can practice here the program what we are going to do. I'm going to do it here so that if you have a hard time here, you come here and practice here. Okay,
Okay.
so we are going to do a tip calculator. So that's very important thing, building a tip calculator. So one important thing I wanted to say that you people are amazing. You guys are doing great. So
Thank you.
yeah, guys are doing great. So catching things, because when I teach something and you guys are like finding like doing the things so easily, so it makes me happy, which means you're studying and doing. Okay, so let's say
Yeah.
let's say okay, so I'm going to give a small introduction about um, how to do it. Let's say I'm going to write some comments. If the bill was $150 split SPIL split between maybe 3 or 5 people with 12% tip. Okay, so this is just an example. We don't need to follow this one, but I'm going to show you. This is then format the result to 2 decimal places. Okay, next tip, there are 2 ways to round a number. You might have to some googling to solve this. Next like write okay, so let's start with our program. So first of all, whatever you let's say first I like to have a print statement. Okay, I like to have a print statement. So I'm going to have a print statement called print. So I'm giving a string called, okay, come on. So I'm using, oh, what is the wrong, oh, print of, I'm using welcome to tip calculator. So welcome to tip calculator. So if I run this one, what will I get? Oh, I didn't get what. Okay, because I didn't give the file name. You guys noticed, because I have to give mention Python 3, and what is our file name? Space
Tip calculator point py.
calculator calculator dot, our extension is .py. Py means we are telling the computer is a Python folder, Python file. If you enter, oh, welcome to the tip calculator. So now I'm going to create a variable. So because what function do you use in order to user to enter the value? So we use a function called input function. It will ask user to enter the value. Yeah. What is the total bill? Now I'm going to store this one into somewhere else. So if I store this input function, I'm going to store it in a variable called bill. I say bill is equal to so bill equal to input of what is the total bill. What does this function returns?
So it's like a question.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's like,
The what data
it's
type?
like what you should. String?
Yes.
No,
String.
no.
No,
Right?
string.
That's
Yeah,
right?
that's correct. Input function returns a string. Input is a function and it returns a string. So now, if you don't know what data type it is, simply you have to use type, like type checking, typecast, like type of. Now you need to pass a variable. What is our variable? Bill. Okay. Now I'm going here. So if I come here, if I run bill, welcome to the tip calculator. What is the bill? I say 67. 67 was a string. So is it right? Do you think the cash, like the money, will be in a string format?
Yeah. Or
So
it'll be an floating.
yeah, that's true. See, because money means it won't be integer. Why not? It won't be integer. It can be integer because when you
Because
give,
it's going to be 0.0.
yeah,
and
sometimes
cents.
It's
sometimes
not gonna be a whole number.
whole number. That's the correct answer. It's not gonna be a whole number. Why not? If I go to the store, hey, I need some chicken. They say 7.65 cents. You know, they say 559 1.20, something like that, right? So now we figured out this is a this is an input. So what I have to do here? Now I have to typecast this bill into what data type. I have to convert this string to float. So what I'm going to do, there are two ways you can do it here. Simply I can do here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this one, then use a float, 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 open closed bracket. Okay, then paste the thing. So now you're converting this everything into float. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I like to have one more thing, one more function. Input equal to, let's say input function, I would say how much tip would you like to give? 10 or 15, so on. Okay, 10, 15, 10, 12, 15. So again, I'm going to store this one into, because I'm going to keep it in a variable. If you don't store it in a variable, what's going to happen?
It'll be a comment.
So you if you don't store it in somewhere else, you will never use it again.
Oh.
because I cannot print this one. I need to store it in somewhere. Then I used to use in a variable. Let's say print tip, then it will pop up. If I don't use, it's we. If you don't store it, you're not going to use it anywhere. Make sure that you have to store it for using that variable. So because okay, so um, so like, do you think? Do you think the bill so the tip will be tip tip will be int or float?
Floats.
Guess.
That'll be integer.
Integer.
Or no, it'll be float.
No, integer only. Because if you think carefully, when you go to the restaurant, you say, I'm giving 10% tip, 15% tip, 12% tip. Like mostly, see, it says only 10, 15, 20 like that. It never says 10.5%, 12.2% tip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because it's a whole number.
whole number. So you give a tip for like this. So now what I have to do, this one I have to typecast into
Typecast into float. Or no, to integer.
integer. So
Integer.
okay, that's all. We are solving problem. So
Yeah, I
programmers are always solves problems. So now I'm going to have um, let's say we are going to have one more variable. I converted this one into int function. How many people to split the bill? Because you cannot use a input function to, because people means it should be whole number, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to convert typecast into int. You cannot say, you cannot convert into people to float, because what will happen? So
Because there's no 1 point.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Of a
half of a
person.
person.
Yeah, so if you say, oh, we are 2.5 people, no, just say a number, just a number. Okay.
Yeah.
So we converted into this one. So now I'm going to use a tip calculator. So let's say if I go here, okay, let's say bill, I'm writing bill with tip. This is a variable tip equal to, so we use a tip, we use a tip by 100 times bill plus bill, right? So do you understand this math? I'm going to explain this math. What's going to so this is math I'm going to explain here.
It's 100.
Okay, so if I go here, where is my pen? Come on. Where is the pen? Oh yeah. So do you see the screen? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I write something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like an E kind of.
yeah, let's say, how do you give a bill, like a bill with a tip? Bill with a tip, what does it mean by bill with a tip?
Like how much you're giving to like the workers for doing their job. How
Yes.
much you owed like the company for what they gave you.
Yeah. So that's great. So bill with the tip means bill plus tip. Let's say, so your bill is $100, and how much? Let's your bill is $100 and your tip is $10. Total how much?
10%.
10%. Yeah. So how do we say? So here I'm going to solve the problem here. So bill with tip, bill with tip equal to tip by 100, because you have to, no matter what, you have to always divide with 100 and multiply it with a bill plus bill. So here let's say your tip, how do you calculate tip means, like, so you always divide with okay, so tip here, let's say you wanted to give a tip $10, okay, $10. So which means tip by 10 by 100 times,
10%.
yeah. So tip is 10 by 100 times what is your bill, maybe 80. Total bill is $80.
Ah, I see.
So it's your bill.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So how do we say tip by 100 times bill plus bill? Okay. This one you will only get a tip. Tip. How do we calculate tip? Tip means tip by 100 times bill. So if I calculate this math, zero zero cancel and zero cancel. What is the bill here? Tip here 8. 8 plus 80, total 88. So our bill is $80. If you want to give a 10%, which means $8, right? 10%, 80 of 10% means $8. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand, please ask me, because you have to understand this one very clear.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to explain again one more time. Bill with the tip is equal to tip by 100 times bill plus bill. Okay, this one we calculate this one for tip. How do we calculate tip? So tip means, when they say 10% means whatever your income, whatever your bill, you have to multiply with the bill tip by 100. Tip is let's say you wanted to give a 10%, 10% by 100 times your bill is 80, which means how much you are giving? 0 cancel, 0 cancel, which means you are giving only $80 for tip. So tip is $8 and your bill is $80. So bill with tip, how much will you would give?
88?
88. Make sense, Mason?
Yeah.
So your bill is like the tip is $8, the bill is $80, total $88. So if I go here, so this is what we did now. Let's say if I go here, print, if I print bill with the tip, if I print bill with the tip, so let's say I'm testing my code. Welcome to the tip calculator. What is the total bill? Let's say 100. How much would you like to give tip? 10, 12, 15. 15. How many people split the bill? 3. So it says $115. So your bill is how much?
100.
$100. So I would like to give the tip is 15%. What is the
Yeah.
15% of 100?
Yeah.
So 15% means like $15, right?
Yeah.
So but see, it did not split the bill again, so we didn't do the code, we didn't do the program again, but we did up to here. So which means, so it's working up to here. $100 plus tip means total $115. But see, this one didn't work. How many people to split the bill? 3. It didn't work out yet. So now what I'm going to do is, so instead, see here I'm going to write it in a way similar like this. I'm going to go here. I'm going here. I will comment this one, then I will come here. So I'm going to use bill with the same variable, bill with tip, bill with tip equal to. So now what I'm going to do is bill, okay, bill times 1 plus tip by 100. Bill times 1 plus tip by 100. So what will you get? Like, so here again I'm going to do this math. So bill with tip, here we used bill times 1 plus tip by 100. Okay, let's say our bill is $80. 80 times 1 plus tip, you want to give a 10%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say 10 by 100. Okay,
8.
so 80 times, so in India we multiply like this. How do we multiply? Which means we multiply like this. 100 times 1, how much? So we multiply like this.
100.
100, so 100 plus 10 by 100.
11.
Okay, oh nice. So this one, so this one, like, come on, so 80 times 100 and plus 10, 110 by 100. So here you can cancel this 0, this 0. You can also cancel this 0 and this 0. So 11 8 0, 11 times 8,
9. Oh, 11.
88.
88. So this is the same way as the one we did before. So this is the same thing as this. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply build times 1 plus tip by 100. So because if you want to give a 10% tip, what is the 10% of 80? So
8.
8.
Yeah.
So okay, so you understand, right, so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to do so like so this is called, like, if you want to calculate as a percentage, tip as a percentage, how do we do it? So this is called tip as percent. Percent means like you always say tip by 100. Tip by 100 means you will get a percent, right? Percentage. So if tip is 80 by 100 means you are giving 8% of tip. 8 tip by 100 means you are giving the percentage of tip. What is our percentage? 8 by 100 means 8%. So instead of saying this, I'm going to comment again this too. I will write here tip as percent. So tip as percent is equal to tip by 100. So if I come here, so now, so simply means you are reducing the code. You can use this one, but I'm saying say percentage. Now let's say I'm going to say bill times tip percent, bill times tip percent. Now I'm going to store this one into a variable called total tip amount, TOTA, total tip amount. So this is only, we are only calculating tip amount. Okay, we are only calculating the tip amount. If the tip you are giving 8%, 8 times bill, let's say 8 bill is 80, let's say. So if the can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the pro, like the, can you see what are you seeing right now?
The code screen.
The
Okay.
black code screen.
Okay, so yeah, so here, okay, so I think I'm sharing it, but why? Okay, I'm gonna stop going to okay, now you can see my screen. So okay, so tip by 100 means, let's say if your tip is $8, which means 8 by 100, right?
Yeah.
Like the tip amount means equal to you're storing this one into a variable called tip percent. So tip percent. So now what you have to say is bill times tip percent.
Yeah.
So bill, let's say bill is 80 times 8 by 100. If you get 0 0 cancel, so 88 by 10. right? So that's how we calculate. So if I go here back, um, tip as percent, tip by 100, tip times. So here tip percentage, whatever you get here, let 10 by 100 means 10. 10 means 8 times 10 per 10 means like 8 percentage means bill is 80. So 80 times of tip percent, 8% means you will get a $8. Total tip amount is a $8. Now total bill is equal to, how do we say total bill means bill plus total tip amount, right? Bill plus total tip
Yeah.
amount. Now I'm going to do here bill per person. Bill per person means total bill by people, right?
Yeah.
So how do we split each other? Let's say we went to the restaurant, 4 people. Now how do we calculate for how much each one needs to pay if the bill is 100?
There's 5 of them. You'd need to pay like 20.
$20, that's all. You're saying bill per person means total bill by, you have to divide total bill 100 by, if the people are 5, each one needs to pay $20, right?
Yeah.
Now so make sure that sometimes I use a round function. Okay, now you are saying final amount will be round function. What does the round function do?
Divides it to like all the people, the total.
Okay, so the round function, it will round up the value.
Oh, okay.
Okay, round function, it will only round up the value. So so round up the function means, so if the bill person, because you cannot give, like if bill is, you cannot give like bill like this, right? If it's a 8.9925, no, you cannot give like this, right?
Yeah.
You just say okay 50 cents, like 20 cents, 5 cents. You cannot say 5.22 cents. So that's what exact value, that's what we use divide. So but now, because if you print this one, let's say if I print let's say print of final amount, print final amount means, okay, so then I go here, what is the total bill? 12, like 10%, how many people? 5. So if your bill is $12, if you are giving 10% means 10% means $1.20. So if you split to 5 people, you will get a $3. So see, why do we need to round bill per person means, okay, so sometimes when I go here, let's say, remember, print of 8 by 3, what will you get if I divided 8 by 3?
2 2/3.
Yeah, 2.6666. So we cannot say bill like this, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday I mentioned somewhere here the round function.
Was it? No, that's a random one. Never mind.
Here if you see the round function, we say
Yeah.
round function. So if I say print round of 8/3, if I print this one, see 3, okay, but see this one, it will round up to 3, but I don't want to exact value, because if you pay the bill, it won't be exact value, right? So what I'm going to do
Yes.
here, I say space, if I give here 2 means it round ups to the values up to 2 values, which means 2.67. So cents always will be two values, right? It won't be 3 like 2.679. So 2.67 cents. It makes sense, right? If I say
Yeah.
this one 3, round up to 3, 2.6667 cents means they don't understand, right?
Yeah.
So we always use a 2, which means it will give you two decimals. Okay, $2.67, which makes sense. So that's the reason we use a function called round function, and we have to round up to 2. You know why we need to round up to 2? Because it will be always two digits after the dollars, like $5 2 cents means 2 means 20 means 2 cents, something like that. So now I'm going to use a here f string. So each person should pay some amount. Each person should pay how much? So okay, each person should pay how much? So there is one more function. Let's go into run the program. Okay, welcome to the tip calculator. What is the total bill? Let's say total bill is $100. How much tip would you like to give?
12.
12. Okay, so what do you guys know? What is the 12 percentage of 100?
12.
12. Okay, how many people split the bill?
4.
Okay, each person should pay $28. Do you think is it right? So let's say our bill is $100. You're giving $12 tip. How much is it total?
28, like per person.
Yeah, so our bill is $100 and you're giving 12% tip. So 12% means $12, right?
Yeah.
If I go here, total how much is it?
100.
100 plus bill tip, sorry.
Yeah.
$12, like 1112. $112, right? So you're splitting with how many people?
4.
4. If I run this one, so you got this one. So
Yeah.
this is, so makes sense. That's so each person should pay this one. So each person should pay how much each person should pay. So
$28, including tip.
okay, yeah. So there is always function called there is a function. How do we format two decimal place in Python? Because we have to format in a 2 decimal format. So there is a website called Stack Overflow. If you come here, there is a one function called, this is the one. Use this function like :.2f format dot your variable. So I'm going here. If I use final amount equal to use a format string. So I'm going to use a string, like I'm using this one, double quotes, .2f. so then come outside, use dot format, then pass the variable name. What is our variable is final amount, bill per person. So it will round up into the 2 decimals. So if I go, welcome to the tip, like what is our bill right now? Maybe you can say $80. How much tip would you like to give?
10.
$10. How many people to split the bill?
5.
5. So total is $17.60. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what will
It gave,
happen?
like the total cents.
Yeah, because $80 bill plus the tip we gave 10% means $88. 88. So 88. How many people? 88 by
5.
5. Yeah. So but we need a 2 decimal, right? So That's what we use this one. What roundup function? What will happen if I don't use 2 here?
Then it will just do the total dollars.
So let's say what is the bill? Let's say 100. I give a percentage like a 12%. How many people split the bill? 5. See, but make sure that don't use the bill. Okay, so I just delete. Make sure that you round up always 2 decimals, no matter whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any questions? The tip calculator.
No.
No, I think I got it all.
Oh, nice. So, what you guys have to do, you have to practice this tip calculator for tomorrow. So, and I'm going to you have to upload tomorrow. By then, like, oh, tomorrow you guys don't have class though.
Yeah.
So, do you know how many days we are meeting?
3 a week.
3 times a
Yeah.
week. But if you guys that's what Mason's mom told me, if you guys like it, then we'll do on Saturday. So okay, so first of all, whatever you guys learn, make sure that understand how do you guys do the assignment. Let's say I'm going to create an assignment. If I come here,
Okay.
assignment, so assignment, I'll say tip calculator. Okay, please use the video of the class to finish this assignment. Okay, so this assignment cost 25 points. You have text entry, media recordings, file uploads. Okay, so the due is tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
it will be available today, tomorrow. So save and publish. Okay, so okay, I'm going to give some instructions. Okay, I'm going to post some instructions now. Okay, so let's say the first so once you finish the assignment, what you have to do, okay, so once you finish the assignments, you can, I recommend using the free screencast-o-matic software for this. So for Mac, I have a free software Mac, but for Windows this one works for both, but I would recommend you to use, if you like, you can use anything. So follow this instruction, click here, a link here. So okay, oh, what happened? So if I copy, if I come here, oh, it's not okay, I think I need to save. Oh yeah, first save, then click on this link, then sign up. It's free, then follow the instructions. But if you are using Mac, you know Mac, right? You can use screenshot to record. So how do you record? You have to explain each line of code. Okay, how do you calculate the how to start this project, explain how many people went to here and what you did and stuff. So then what instructions you take. Also you guys has to study one more thing is W3 schools. W3 schools, Okay, W3 schools and come here Python, then learn up to strings. We finished up thing, I believe we finished only strings, right? So up to the first one, Python strings. Go through everything. If you have any questions, then you should send me an email or text, or maybe we will discuss in the next class. Okay, now we are going to the the new chapter. I'm going to start a new chapter. We still have time, so I'm going to start a new chapter. So before that, I'm going to give some introduction about this new chapter. So okay, so new chapter today um, is the new chapter is if Python conditions and if statements. So Python conditions, if statements. So okay, Python conditions, if statements. So you may have a question, when do we use if statements and stuff? So I'm going to write it down here, few other things, then um,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
okay, so do you want to take a few minutes break, Landon, until he comes?
Sure.
Yeah. Or if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah, I think I figured it out, but I'll
Oh,
let
really?
you know.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So, oh, wait, actually, I got it. Never mind. I figured it out. The issue was.
How do you like the programming?
It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Oh, nice. But you people are very
Yeah.
very quick. You're grasping, like you're catching so quick. I'm very glad. So
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, you people both are smart, and you both are focusing same time and understanding and growing. So yeah, so
Yeah.
my goal is to extend this class for at least 10 students. So I'm praying hopefully more students will join in this course.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun course once you get the hang of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm seeing if you have any friends or anybody interested, please let them know.
I will.
Yeah. If you ever need any help with anything, so I will also teach you how to be a good programmer. Once we finish the complete course, the Python course, you will master so many skills. Then you will know how to solve problems. Then once you become 18, you will get a job. Are you allowed to work
Yeah.
for even if you are below 18?
Yeah, some certain places you're allowed to work. I think it's only fast food though.
Oh,
Until you're like 16.
you cannot work for any
Yes.
company as a Python programmer.
16 you might be able to, but I know at like my age and Mason's age we can't right now.
Okay, maybe once you guys done this. So I teach so many courses, multiple courses, like not only Python. I teach JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Java, SQL, PHP, so many courses. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
once you're done with this, then if you master it, then you will what do you say, you will pick things so easily. So
Yeah, pick things up.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll wait for.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, so okay, so we use control statement. So there are things we use two times. If you go to you just went to the restroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a few minutes left. Okay, this minute. So you went to the restroom. If you wash hands, so what will you do? If you want to wash your hands, you have to open the tab, right? Tab.
Yeah.
So which means This is a condition. If you close the tap, what will happen?
The water will turn off.
Water will turn off. If open the tab, the water will come. This is called condition. You're giving a condition here. Open, close. Open, you see water. Close, you won't see a water.
Yeah.
That's called, we use it, conditions. The conditions means so okay, come. Okay, I'm going here, so I'm going to explain. Okay, so where is my pen? If I go, so there are conditions. For now I'm going to teach you if conditions. If condition, make sure that when you write if condition, condition loops functions always end with colon, means dot dot. Okay, so now you're saying do this, do this. If condition means do this, else means do this, which means, let's say, for suppose, if you want to drink water from the font, open the tab, otherwise don't. Something like, if it's true, print this, if not, goes this, mean true or false. If it's true, this line of code will execute. If it's false, this line of code will execute. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If condition means do this, means if it's true, hey, let's say, for suppose I'm writing here x like so, sorry, let's say 2 plus 2 equal to 4 equal, so your condition is, what is 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, so you store it in a variable called x. You're saying x is equal to 4, x value equal to 4. Now your condition is x is equal to 4, then you're saying if x is equal to 4, so print this, if not, print this. But I'm saying 2 plus 2 equal to 6, what it will print, if statement or else statement?
If statement. Oh, I see.
So if it's true, print this one, this line code execute. If it's false, execute this one. Make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you example. Don't worry if you don't okay, so I'm going to write here again. Come on, let's say you have a variable water level equal to 50. What is water level equal to 50? You're
50.
saying if water level greater than 80, so water level greater than 80, print drain water. Else. Okay, so what is our water level? What is our
50.
water level? 50. So here he's saying 50 greater than 80. Is it true?
Yeah. No,
Why?
it's false.
False.
Because 50 is not greater than 80.
Yeah, 50 is smaller than 80, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's false, then this line of code will execute whatever you write here. Print not true. Something whatever you write here, not true. Make sense? If the condition is
Yeah.
true, whatever you stored a variable, this is this, then print this one. Let's say if I give this one 90, water level is equal to 90, what will it print? What level of code executes? So if water level means 90, is 90 greater than 80,
Yeah.
then drain water. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. So let's say so you are going to a roller coaster game. Do you guys know roller coaster?
Yeah.
So they will say if you are you have to be certain 8. If you are not certain 8, they won't let you in. And if they say you have to be, okay, so okay, we are going to do something. Okay, so I'm going here. to write one more project, roller coaster, roller coaster example. Let's say print. So now you are printing a statement. Welcome to the roller coaster. Is saying height is equal to, because height is equal to input of what is your height in centimeters, but I need to convert height into int.
Well,
So I just create
oh yeah.
5.9. Yeah, you can convert like 5, 6. Maybe we'll see how it's going to work out. So I'm saying, if because height, you are saying height is greater than 120, you can ride the roller coaster. Let's say roller coaster. You have to follow the indentation. Okay, this is called indentation. So
Alright.
see, if statement, okay, if statement ends with a colon. If height greater than 120, then print like, so go here in the tab, you have to give a 4 spaces here. So if I go here, this is invaluable, unintended, like, otherwise you have to space 4 times, maybe, or else you can press tab once,
Yeah.
or else space times 1 2 3 4. Okay, so
Alright.
or else you can tab once, then else statement. Here you're saying print, sorry, you have to grow taller before you can ride. So if height is greater than 120, make sure that it should be greater than 120. So, oh sorry, come on. So okay, now I'm going to use a welcome to the tip. Oh, okay, now what we have to do, because I need to comment this one.
Yeah.
Because we are doing this one. So if you want to exit the program, Control C, then it will break the program. Then again you run. Okay, welcome to the roller coaster. What is your height? I would say if my height is 19, what it will print?
It'll print, sorry, you have to grow taller before you can ride.
Yeah, sorry, you have to grow taller before you can ride. What if I write my program? What is your height in centimeters? I would say, because height means centimeters, you just say 15
Yeah.
centimeters. So only centimeters, right? So what is your height in centimeters? My height is 139 centimeters.
Then you can ride the roller
You can
coaster.
ride the roller. That's called.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Okay, this example makes sense, both of you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So okay, so, and also make sure that if I go here, what will happen?
It won't work.
It won't work. It's called indentation error. Expected indent block after if statement. So make sure that use always tab button. So which means this one. Okay, tab button. Or else
Yeah.
you can
Is
use
it just whenever it's if statement, then it's a tab for the line under?
yeah. If
Okay.
you forget tab, then use space button, space bar 4 times, 1 2 3 4.
Alright.
Okay, so that's what that's now I'm giving. See, one more condition here, which, what does it means?
Greater than or equal to.
Yeah, so which means if I run this program, what, so okay, what will be the output?
You can ride the roller coaster.
You can ride. What will happen if I give this one, then go here, if I put 120, what it will get?
You won't be able to ride the roller coaster.
Because, yeah, sorry,
Will be able to.
because
No, because it's,
it's
not,
not
greater than or
equal.
equal to
yeah,
Well, I thought you said 120. What did you say?
so
120.
120, my height is 120, but the condition, what is our condition is height greater than 120, which means more than 120.
I see.
So but if I use equal sign, then which means which greater than or equal. Greater or equal means it can be equal to 120 or it can be above 120, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so these are called comparison operator. So these are called comparison operator. Comparison operators like, so comparison operator, see, those are called comparison operators. Okay, so operator, operator, operator meaning. So operator means greater than, meaning greater than. Greater than
Yeah, I
means
see.
above the value. This one less than. Then this one greater than or equal to, which means greater than or equal to. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so greater than means above actual number what we mentioned, what we gonna mention. This is less than that. So this so and also we have this is less than or equal, less than or equal to. Okay, so double equals means equal, two equals means equal. This is not equal. Okay, this sign is not equal, this sign is a equal. So okay, so now I'm going to change this one to equal. So which means height what will be the height? It should be exactly the 120. So if I run the code, what is centimeter? 120. If I give, you can ride the roller coaster. What if I run
Yeah.
this one? What if I give 121?
It won't work.
It won't work. So see, that's called, see, there are two things here. How long we have more? I don't know. So okay, so if I go here, this is x is equal to 5, then x equal 5. What is the meaning here? Means
It has.
so you're storing variable. Let's say variable means a container, like a small box, right?
Yeah.
So you put the value x here, you're storing x here, but here x is equal to 5 means x, the first line x is equal to 5. Okay, means you're storing, you're assigned, so the stored value of x is equal to 5, but the second line means x actually 5. So let's say simple example is, if you sell this box, how much you get? $5. But this one, I don't know how much is the box cost, because this the first line, you storing the value inside a box, you put the value
So, like,
5.
inside the box is $5.
Let's say $5, but we don't know this box worth it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you, let's say you have a box, let's say you have a lunch box, so your lunch box is 5. This second line means your lunch box worth $5. If you sell that lunch box means $5 you will get it.
Okay.
So your lunch box, either you can give lunch box or either you can give $5, which is same. Okay, if someone asks you, can you give me a $5? Double equal means equal. Whatever you put left side and right side, they are equal. But the first
It
one.
says the call's about to end.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
So we are done then.
Alright, thank you,
Alright.
sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, you can text me. Okay.
Okay.